Hi guys, it's Miss Amberg here, and I just wanted to share with you about the internet project and where we have come. So today I was working on the internet. I'm off of school right now. I'm a teacher, and I'm right now on Thanksgiving break, and so I was today working on the internet project in Willows actually, and then went to Grimes to do the table and signed up two new families, and then came this evening, was working on a presentation for a meeting upcoming on the internet project, and started to get really reflective about the journey and how far we've come and what's been going on. And so in March I started by in the crisis time of figuring out what families needed by door knocking and seeing what their internet experience was, what they had, what they needed, what was happening, and collected smartphones from the community and put chips in them and distributed them out to families to use as hotspots to their devices, which got us through the summer. And in the meantime, called some of the big carriers to see what kind of programs might fit or what might fit with the school, and found one that would work for the school, through the school, to do some hotspots with T-Mobile. And at the same time, it took me 75 days to advocate to the state level, and was on the call with Cecilia Aguiar's team, who ultimately couldn't help me in the short term. Legislation just takes so long, and I'm still in touch with them. I just had a follow up on Friday actually, but in the short term, it just couldn't really help. And so then I started calling small and mid-sized internet company owners to see who could work with me on the affordability piece and the coverage piece, which were the two main issues here locally, and found one, SucceedNet, yay, so thankful, and that they agreed to invest in our community so that our local families could be connected, and also to work on price modeling so that we could be affordable. And they've come up with a code for a free installation, which is EDU 2020. I encourage you all to use that for free installation. And ongoing, more pieces to this have sort of developed or something. And so a few weeks ago was really exciting to connect Grimes, California, which we were working on the highest needs area first. And so that would be Grimes and Dunnigan for our areas, and then College City and Arbuckle. And so we were able to connect Grimes a few weeks ago, and then last week it was Dunnigan, which I didn't do a video about that one, but was super heartwarming for me to connect Dunnigan, because Dunnigan, mobile home park in Dunnigan actually is where I started this whole thing. And so to be able to come back then to those same families and say, here you go with the internet, was was really amazing. And then moving forward next to South Arbuckle, Orchard District, which will be County Line, Harrington, Marine, Green Bay, and so forth, toward Arbuckle Town and College City Town. And then we are also actually already in Maxwell and Williams. So we're filling in some residential areas in Maxwell and Williams, and we're coming up from the south of Arbuckle to Arbuckle. So Arbuckle Town, we're headed your way, and then Maxwell and Williams, if you haven't tried your address already, I would encourage you to try it. There's lots of eligibility there already, and we're just kind of filling in some areas. So feel free to message me, text me anything about your specific address or questions about the service itself. That's fine. And then there are other pieces to this, which are sort of the education piece. So I'm teaching about what is the difference between hotspot connection and having a Wi-Fi in your house, or just different things like that. Also, being asked to speak. So on the rural internet issue itself, duplicating those efforts to other communities now. So we have our plans here for our area, but then we'll be able to duplicate to other areas and empower those families, those rural families who are having the same challenges that we were having here, which is really amazing just to have I see the impact on our families, and I know it to be even a generational impact, even for someone to have access to education like that, or to have access to working from home, or college from home, or healthcare, because in March even a lot of healthcare went online. So not only making your appointment online, but actually having an appointment with a doctor or a specialist is online. And I had students in March and April with high needs that was the case for. Their appointment was online, and the appointment setting was online, but their actual appointment was video call with a doctor or with a specialist. And so healthcare, employment, and education are all critically dependent right now on the internet, and so it's really special to be able to solve it for our area, or to work on solutions, and then to be able to duplicate those to other areas. So teach those other areas, or help those other areas also to get connected who face the same challenges that we face. To me, it's really amazing. So the impact then is getting larger. So not just our area and our district, which my personal goal is to have everyone connected by this January, but also then to duplicate that to other places. So that entails the speaking and the teaching to other rural places. So I was asked to speak at Chico State on rural internet solutions, and also at the California Public Utility Commission on rural solutions, and address Frontier in their bankruptcy hearing. So Frontier has been a local service provider with a monopoly for 30 years that have had prohibitive practices, even oppressive practices, and I was able to advocate for the families that I spoke with in the spring by testifying in the public comment of the hearing, Frontier's bankruptcy hearing for the California Public Utility Commission. So there's more piece to this than just getting the houses connected, the families connected. Even that entails developing tower sites and coordinating with everyone, and then getting the families connected. But there's an education piece to this, where people are teaching people, what is the difference between, a hotspot and Wi-Fi for your house, or something with a cell provider versus a local provider, different things like that, or to entities or districts about what the challenges the families are facing and what can help with that. So after you're connected, there's other challenges like being engaged with your distance learning, or media savvy, right? Or just what works on what device. We went through that in March, where we have some different apps or different things for different in education, or just what browser are you using, just all that kind of technical. So there's a ton of education around this, sort of like an education campaign piece, the connection piece, and then the advocacy piece, where I'm still circling back to get Frontier held accountable for the practices they've done in our area for a long time. And I'm sure other rural communities, for them it might not be Frontier, but it might be someone with some double billing or some expenses or something that's been going on. So I sometimes feel like an air traffic controller. We have all that coordinating going on, and of course I teach full-time first. I'm a teacher, of course, and so I do this in the evenings and on the weekends. I know I don't take a day off because I have that goal of having everyone connected by January. So I was reflective today about the journey, and am so blessed and thankful to everyone who trusted me with their information, about their internet information, and also to places that I've called to work with them to use their site that has some height to it, is actually how the communities can be empowered, because we need that height to install the internet equipment up there up top. And so I'm thankful for people who have answered the phone and been willing to work with me, or if you hear from me soon, I'm thankful in advance that you're willing to work with me on your site. And then just all that has been accomplished, and all that we've learned, and all of the families who've been able to see their teacher. I might cry. I had families who were able to see their teacher for the first time. I've had high school kids who were able to not have to share a hotspot or have a frozen screen, and those kind of things that they were struggling with before, because now they have a reliable quality service. I have now my dual enrollment high school college kids who can take their classes that are online at Woodland Community College on the internet, easily or comfortably, because they're not struggling with an internet issue, because they have the new internet service. And so they're gaining extra credits and college background experience, because they have a reliable connection and they're able to complete their courses. The kids in the summer I had them going on hotspot, were able to grow, while other students we were stuck because of the dual enrollment option at Woodland Community College and the online courses and the hotspots that we got them through to the summer. So there's just been so much impact, and to then be invited to speak, or to be able to to realize that this can be duplicated to other rural communities and to help them too. It's just some, I don't know, there's not a word for it actually. You know, you can think about how beautiful a lot of the stories are, or how amazing the community has been to work together on this and to collaborate, or how fast it's been able to happen, even though it feels like a long time. It's much faster than what the state can do, or just it's just amazing. And I was reflective tonight. I was getting ready for a presentation, and I was just reflecting on everything. So there's an announcement in there, if you haven't heard, that Dunnigan's connected now. And so if you're a Dunnigan resident or your extended family member, somebody is, let them know that Dunnigan has the option now. So Campers Inn, including Campers Inn and including the mobile home park and RV park, Country Estates and Happy Time RV down there by Pilot, those can be connected, as those are, you can sign up. Williams and Maxwell, if you didn't know, we are in your area. We're just filling in. So I would encourage you to check your addresses. So those are some announcements there. And then just people to realize that all the pieces that go into it. So it is getting towers or height and getting those developed and then getting families connected. But also there's that education piece to it. And there's that advocacy piece to it. So yeah, I think just sort of sharing out the whole big picture and plan of what's going on. And so we're coming up from Dunnigan now to Arbuckle. We're filling in Maxwell and Williams, and then we'll be duplicating to other rural communities, sections of that, such as, the country of Chico, where we have Durham and Gridley and Butte City and Princeton and all that. So we're just making just to duplicate it right over to there and to other communities that need us. So I just want to say thank you. I'm thankful to everyone who trusted me with their internet information from the beginning, everyone who answered all my million questions. Thankful to SucceedNet and their team that's there, and that they're open. They listen to all my feedback, and sometimes a slave driver to them. But really thankful that they're working with us and getting all of you guys connected. And thankful to site owners who have let us put stuff on their buildings, Western Milling and Grimes, Adams and Dunnigan. We have Sun Valley, it's country of Arbuckle, sites in Arbuckle. We're thankful to the Depew family, who's been really helpful for Williams and parts of Maxwell. Yeah, we're just super thankful to everyone, and just reflecting on the internet journey and sharing out what everything that it entails. So I know you see me doing my tabling or, putting up flyers or something, but it's really a huge effort and a huge collaboration that has a huge, huge impact. And so I just want to share and say thank you. I hope you all have a beautiful Thanksgiving, and reach out if you have questions, or, I just love you all.